are you, Spruce Society? Good to see you. So today I'm going to talk about what it's like to be a customer on the Young Living Health Plan, but also what it's like to share the Young Living Health Plan. I'm not going to go super much into like the details of how it works, but I'm just going to kind of tell you as a customer myself what it's like to be a customer, so that when you're talking to people about it, you can talk from that place of, like how it works and stuff like that as far as those things. So first of all, I can see any doctor I want, which I am so not used to. I've been like with Kaiser for years and years. So like with Kaiser, I don't know if you know Kaiser, you show up at Kaiser, you walk in the door, they ask you what's wrong. And then, you wait in the hallway until they send you off to whichever doctor in this giant hospital. And so that's not what I'm used to now. When something happens, well, first of all, I call the telehealth, which is really, really cool, because before, anytime anything happened to me, I had to go all the way out to San Marcos, which is like 20, 30 minutes for me, and then wait for a while. Whereas with telemedicine, I can call and be talking with someone within a minute or two, which is really cool. A doctor within a minute or two. And they are so nice on the telehealth. That's genuine. I'll tell you what's happened, because it's no longer a problem. So I had like a month ago, or it was like 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, I noticed I had a huge growth in my neck, and I was like kind of freaking out. And so I called telehealth, and she was just like, oh my gosh, we need to get that checked out. So she was like, let's work with ClearShare, the care coordination services, to get you an appointment to get a scan. And she was like messaging me every day. She's like, have you worked it out with them yet? Have you gone in to go get it? I want to see the results, da, da, da. And I actually, the growth actually went away before I even got scanned. So thanks to some special things that we have available to us, which you can message me if you want more information. So anyway, telehealth is awesome. And they totally were checking on me every single day, which I'm not used to. I'm not used to some doctor seriously messaging me. Hey, Jessica, some doctor messaging me and going, are you okay? Can we get that scan? I want to see the results. I want to make sure that you're taken care of. And they're so sweet. At least the girl that was the doctor. I said girl, the lady doctor that was helping me. So telehealth, telemedicine, 2 thumbs up for that. And it's just an app on my phone. I just go on the app and I just push, I want to talk to a live person right now. And I push the button and boom, I'm talking to a doctor. And it's really, really cool, because I've never had anything like that ever. So that's one thing that's really cool about being on our things. And then the care coordination services. So that's separate. That's through ClearShare. So that's a different app. You have to submit a request that you want to get an appointment for whatever. And this is for things that are planned. You break your leg, that's different. I'll talk about that in a minute. Hey, Kelowna. But with the care coordination services, it's let's say you want to get a colonoscopy, or, you want to get a scan, something that's not an emergency. If you're bleeding, you got to go to the emergency room or urgent care or something like that. But if it's just I need to get this checked, I want to get a, something that is not an emergency, that is planned, that you need to have worked, get scanned for or something like that. Then you contact care coordination services and they email you back, or, they write you back, and then you kind of work out what it is that you want to get done or checked or scanned or whatever. And that's free. So once you go, and they'll send you a place that you have to go. Although I did recently tell them I want to get some blood work done, and they're like, well, you just go find a place and work it out and get your blood done, and then we'll reimburse you for it. So usually they're supposed to tell you where to go, but in the case of my blood work, they were like, you find the place and that's fine, and we'll work it out, because I just wanted to get some basic blood work done. So that was pretty cool. So that's care coordination services. Now, if you have an emergency, somebody broke something or is bleeding or something, you need to go to find some urgent care that you like to go to in your, or if you have to go to emergency room, then you got to do what you got to do in your area. Make sure you know those places ahead of time, because before I was used to driving out to Kaiser and doing that thing, but there's a lot of medical service places around here locally that I could go to that are a lot closer. So kind of work out where would you go if somebody in your family had, a thing like that happen. And then go there. So you have to pay up front for whatever the service is. Tell them that you're cash pay, and then you'll get reimbursed above once you hit your family annual max. And that you choose when you sign up. You can either choose 1,000, 2,500, or 5,000. And it's not for the whole family. It's not per person either. It's kind of explained in the thing, but we signed up for the 5,000. But now that I know that actually how it works, I think we're going to switch to the 1,000, which is a couple more $100 a month. It'll give me better peace of mind because I have kids and they break stuff. Like my son's broken his wrist and legs and stuff like that. So if something happens, I know that I'm going to be covered. I only have to pay $1,000 for the whole year versus $5,000. So something to think about when you're signing up. Okay, so let's see, what else do you get? You get $75 back per month, $50 for an individual, $75 for a family. I think most people probably signing up are going to be families. So we get $75 back for our Young Living products. They have to be either oils or supplements, but Ninja Red counts. So we get Ninja Red every single month. We signed up for the health share plan under my husband because he's one of my legs. That way it's like part of the OGV, which is 110 OGV, which is pretty good, on top of his Young Living order that we get every month for the OGV. So every single person that you're signing up is like more OGV in your volume. So 110 OGV for him signing up. And what was I saying about that? Oh, Young Living products. So we make sure when I put his order in that it's got oils and supplements in it. It doesn't cover Thieves products like laundry soap, dish soap. It does, of course, cover Thieves oil, but it's only oils and supplements that it covers, and Ninja Red, which is a supplement. So I just make sure I order Ninja in his order, and then we get reimbursed for that. And I submitted it, like I put my, his order usually goes through at the end of the month, so end of March, and then his April order I actually processed early, and then I just submitted the two of them together just to save me some time. So, because you have to go into the app and you fill out the form, which I did a post in the Young Living Health Plans group, which you'll want to be in there if you're not already. So get in that group. And I did a post about like how to submit your things. And it usually took me about 5 or 10 minutes because you have to have your member number, you have to have your printout of your Young Living order, and just take a picture of it and that. So then they just reimburse you. You can do automatic direct deposit, or you can get a check in the mail. I chose direct deposit because it just makes my life easier. So that was pretty quick. It came in less than a week. I think it was about 4 or 5 days that I got the reimbursement, which is pretty cool. All right, so that's that. So what can you get reimbursed for as far as like holistic doctors and regular doctors? So separate from the care coordination services, separate from your family annual max, you can go see a chiropractor and or acupuncturist up to 24 times a year. So it could be 2 times a month, or it could be like you don't go for a while, but then you go like every week, whatever you want. 24 times a year, you can go see chiropractors or acupuncturists, and you can get up to $175 reimbursement, and you have to pay $35 per visit. So you can get up to $210 in services there, and then you'll get reimbursed the $175, if that makes sense. So $175 plus $35 is $210. So when you go, you don't have to just get adjusted. You don't just have to get your acupuncture done. If they also have massages, if they also have laser therapy, if they also have, I don't know, whatever they got in there, as long as it's a service within the chiropractor or acupuncturist, you can get that done also. I got this like spinal neck pressure thing done when I was there. Like I sat in their machine and they like pulled my spine back and my neck up, and I was just like, oh, the relief. Anyway, so that was all covered, which is nice. And you can go, like I said, 24 times a year. On top of that, you can also go to 5 appointments with a naturopath or an actual medical doctor for like a wellness check or something. You can also go to an osteopath. I think those are the 3. So you can go see like a naturopath to see, how's your body doing? Maybe you need some certain supplements, or maybe you need to, just check on, digestive issues or whatever. You can go to see, and it's the same thing. You can get it to reimbursed 210. So like 175 back, you pay 35. So $210 to go see a naturopath or functional medicine doctor, as long as they're properly licensed. That's the biggest thing. If they're not properly licensed, you won't get reimbursed for that. Okay, so that's that part. You can also get $100 a month for IV drips, which I've never done, but like I'm making an appointment. I'm gonna go. My stepdad, he goes and gets them like every single month. He loves them. And we actually had Nathan come in, or someone came in and give Nathan one once when he was really sick. She actually came to the house. So you can get $100 a month for IV drips. So I want to go do that because I don't know, I've had a lot of people say that they're really great vitamin C drips or whatever, that they really help them to stay healthy. So I'm going to go try that. And it's like free basically because I'm already paying for the plan, and it's a free service. I just have to get receipt, you get an itemized super bill from the doctor that you go see, and then you submit that to be reimbursed. And like I said, it's usually less than a week that you get your money back as long as you submit it. Okay, so so who is this good for? Who's this good for? It was perfect for me because we're self-employed. We just do Young Living for our business. So we're fully self-employed, and self-employed insurance around here, the cheapest I found was Kaiser, and it was $15.50 a month for our family. And with the new health share plan, our payment's $8.45. So it's almost half, which was amazing. And when I found that out, I was like, this is the best thing ever. And I've heard other people say, $8.45, that's so expensive. Compared to me, compared to what I was on, it was the cheapest thing. It was a lot cheaper, less expensive, not a cheap plan, not like this. Actually, I feel like the service I get is really great, but it was a lot less expensive than the private insurance that I had. So, but other people, if you have a plan through your work, you know, and it's really inexpensive, that might not make sense for you. Or I had someone say that because they're in like the top age bracket, it was actually really expensive. Because they have they have kids. It's more expensive when you have kids, and it's more expensive if you're like over 50. And I'm like, okay, but for a young family kids or no kids, it's actually a really great deal. We're kind of in that middle bracket. We're in our 40s, so it's still a good deal for us. It just depends. Go get a quote. It's yl.clearsharehealth or Clearwater Health. I think it's clearsharehealth.com. And you can go get a free quote. And also there's a video on there that you can watch that explains the whole thing too. So go get a quote. Go get a quote. It's free. And you just never know. It might be a good thing for you. Even if you have insurance through your work, go see how much they're taking out of your check and then go get a quote from ClearShare, because it might be a better deal and you might be able to get all these benefits. You know, you'll get Young Living order back. You'll get access to holistic doctors. It just depends on your coverage. Everyone's different, right? Okay. So great for people. If you're over 65, it's not going to work for you, the regular ClearShare plan, but you can also get the holistic services. It just depends. It's like $233 a month per person if you just want holistic care. And I've heard people say, well, I don't even spend that much for holistic care, but other people go to holistic care all the time. So this would be a deal for them because, like I said, you get paid, you get reimbursed. You can up to $210 for a visit. It just depends on how often you go see holistic doctors and if it would make sense if they're over 65 or whatever. With the regular plan, it's included in it. So it's great for people that can't afford insurance. I've heard people say, well, I just have never been able to afford insurance. But that's so dangerous because, you know, like if you go break something or something happens, like anything could happen at any time. And medical care is so expensive if you don't have some kind of, excuse you, rude, sorry, gross. Okay, all right, moving on. All right, so great for people that see holistic doctors, great for people that can't afford insurance, great for young families, great for middle-aged families. Okay, now let's talk about how to do it for the business. And I gotta talk fast because Ben Riley is going live in 10 minutes in the Silver group, so I want to make sure that you're tuned into that if you're Silver and up. So how to use it for your business. You can reach out to acupuncturists, chiropractors, naturopaths, and let them know about it. There's two ways that they can benefit. Number one, if their patients get on this plan, they could be able to afford to come see them more often. Because I think that's why a lot of people don't go see these types of doctors, and me included, is because it's just like, oh, it's just expensive on top of the other insurance that I have to buy. So if it's part of your health plan, you know, they can afford to come see them more often because they're going to get reimbursed. And not only that, but it covers the whole family. So when my kids were like, Mom, we want to go to the chiropractor too, I'm like, get in the car. I get reimbursed for everybody. It's not just one person in your family. It's that $175 back per visit for every single member of your family on the plan. So super cool. So yeah, so patients can see them more often. And secondly, if they want to sign up and enroll their patients under them, they can build an income stream with Young Living. So it's very exciting. Definitely talk to every single person that I've talked to who's reached out to their chiropractor or acupuncturist has told me that they were very interested in it. I've never had someone come back to me and say, oh yeah, my chiropractor was a no. They didn't want to learn about it. So it's a great way for them, you know, that would be a great leg, you know, and you could just look up the chiropractors and acupuncturists. It doesn't have to be one you actually go visit. It could be someone, you know, go through your, go through, I don't want to say the phone book, obviously, go through your Google search and everything for chiropractors, acupuncturists, and people in your area, and either call them or just drop in and see if you can talk to them for a few minutes. They might be busy, but maybe set an appointment. Okay, so another cool thing about the health plan is that it's OGV that doesn't disappear. We know, we've seen in the last year or two with the economy that a lot of people have just stopped doing their loyalty. And it's so sad because we know we have the best products, but I understand, it's just like people need to cut corners sometimes where they can, but they're not going to cut corners on their health plan. They might be looking for something more affordable, and this would be a great thing that would be more affordable possibly for them, but they're not going to not have a health plan or health insurance because, like if they don't, then something happens. It could be in the hundreds of thousands or millions even, if they have a major accident or illness. So people are not going to not have that. It's like food, it's like water, it's like housing. People are going to have a health plan. They know how important it is. So they're not going to cancel on it. They're not just going to one day be like, we can't afford it anymore, like possibly a Young Living order, because it's like food. It's a health plan. They have to have one. In some states, they legally have to have one, although this health plan doesn't necessarily cover those states anyway, like California and like New Jersey, Rhode Island. They say they have laws around that. But for us, actually, we did the math, and it's more cost effective for us even to be on the Young Living health plan. They'll still save us money, even though we're going to have to pay a penalty at the end of the year or next year when we do our taxes. So it's OGV that doesn't disappear. And how much OGV? Like I said, we're kind of an average family. We've got a family with kids in our 40s. Our plan, and the plans are different, but it's 110 OGV for our plan. So that's OGV. That's OGV in our downline every single month. So that's really cool. On top of that, they get the $75 back in their family order for Young Living products that they're going to place, because why not? They get it back. The money is free. So that's basically around 180, 190, 200 OGV that you can count on for every single family that you enroll in the health plan. Pretty cool, cool way to build a business with OGV that's not going to disappear. All right. So how can you share it? Besides like going to go talk to chiropractors, naturopaths, posting on social media, let's talk about that. I've seen 2 people in the last week post about the health plan on social media, and they were just bullet pointing the, the benefits. You can go see, chiropractors, naturopath. You can get, this. It can be a lot cheaper than private insurance. So just bullet pointing all those things, and in the and they say like, message, post a smiley face in the comments if you want more information or whatever, or a heart or something. And I've seen it, like the people they don't know is saying, I want information, and posting the heart, like send me info. So people are definitely interested in this because 1, they want to save money. And that's one of the number 1 points with this. The average person saves $10,000 a year over private insurance. 2, they can go see any doctor they want. And 3, there's no cap on the max that'll pay out, which a lot of people like that because sometimes insurances have maxes and sometimes even other health shares have maxes for how much they'll pay out. Whereas the Young Living Clearwater health plan has no max. Like it'll pay into the millions if necessary for like major illnesses or things like that. So that's some of the highlights of the Young Living Health Share and how to share it. So definitely post about it, do stories about it, do lives about it in your social media. Talk about it, say post a smiley face if you're interested, or post whatever, post health and write health in the comments if you're interested, and you're going to get people who are going to say I'm interested. And then you just make sure that when you send them to the yl.clearsharehealth.com website, that they also have your member number to sign up and to create, or your member link to sign up with a Young Living account, because it's only for Young Living members. And they're going to need to sign up with they can get a free Young Living account. That's what you say it, get a free Young Living account. And then you can sign up for the health share, but they can get a quote for free. They don't need to be a Young Living member to get a quote for free. So that's it. Share it. It's awesome. I love it. I love being a customer. I can see this as a long-term plan for us for, until at least Nathan hits 65. So anyway, thanks for watching, and go watch, if you're a Silver and up, go watch Ben's live in 5 minutes in the Young Living Silver group. Okay, bye.